Have you ever received some packets of cake mix and among them is a box of lemon cake mix? Or by some stroke of coupon luck you have become a reluctant or proud owner of several boxes of lemon cake mix? At this point, you must have wondered what to make with lemon cake mix. You may even be wondering, how many ways am I going to use these lemon cake mix boxes before I'm left to eat my desserts alone? Don't freak out, you're actually in a good place if you have an abundance of lemon cake mix. There's so much you can do with it. In this video, we'll share with you a few recipes that you can try out. These recipes would also help to inspire you and show you what you can make with lemon cake mix. The possibilities are actually endless. What to make with lemon cake mix, categories and recipes. Bundt cake. A bundt cake is a cake baked in a bundt pan. The texture and shape of the cake is usually different from that of cakes baked in regular baking pans. Next time you are in doubt of what to do with lemon cake mix, just reach for a bundt pan and transform it into a culinary delight with the following recipe. To make the cake you'll need the following. 1 box lemon cake mix. A 3.4 ounces or 96 kilograms packet of instant lemon pudding. 1/2 cup pure flavorless vegetable oil. 2/3 cup water. 1/3 cup fresh lemon juice. 1 teaspoon lemon zest. And 4 eggs. To make the glaze you'll need the following. 2 cups icing sugar. 3 tablespoons lemon juice. 1/2 teaspoon vanilla essence. Instructions for preparation and baking. 1. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. 2. Grease a 10 to 12 cup bundt pan with vegetable shortening or butter and dust with flour. 3. Mix the dry ingredients in a large bowl, the cake mix and instant pudding. 4. Add the rest of the ingredients and mix very well. 5. Gently spoon the batter into the pan and bake for 40 minutes or till the tester you insert into the center of the cake comes out clean. 6. Allow to cool in the pan for about 15 minutes. 7. Invert onto a cooling rack and cool completely. 8. Prepare the glaze by mixing all the ingredients properly. 9. Place a tray under the cake on the cooling rack and drizzle the glaze over the cake. 10. Allow the glaze to harden before serving. 11. You can garnish with any fruit or topping of your choice. Brownies. By way of preamble, let's explain the difference between a cake and a brownie. A brownie is most commonly a chocolate confectionery, but we also have several other recipes for brownies. So, the major difference between the two is the texture. A cake is most commonly soft and fluffy while a brownie is most commonly dense and crunchy. The major reason for this difference is the raising agent. Most brownie recipes call for very little or no raising agents. In the case of a cake mix recipe, the quantity of eggs, which also helps to make cakes light and fluffy, is reduced. Brownies are also generally baked in square or rectangle baking pans and cut into squares to serve with little or no decoration. Cakes on the other hand can be baked in bakeware of all shapes and sizes and decorated in myriads of ways. Brownies come in handy when you need a fancy yet uncomplicated dessert to serve at a special occasion. They make a good addition to the celebration cake. Now on to making brownies with lemon cake mix. To make the cake you'll need the following. 1 box lemon cake mix. 2 eggs. 1/2 teaspoon flavor extract, you can use vanilla but if you want a more lemony brownie, use lemon extract. 1/3 cup pure flavorless vegetable oil. To make the glaze you'll need. 1 cup icing sugar. 1 or 2 tablespoon fresh lemon juice, enough to get a drizzle consistency. Instructions for preparation and baking. Follow steps 1 to 5 in the bundt cake recipe with the following exceptions. 1. You would use an 8-inch square baking pan. 2. Baking time is 15 minutes or until the brownie is slightly set. Ensure you do not overbake the brownie. 3. Allow the brownie to cool completely before drizzling with the glaze. 4. Slice into squares and serve. Cake rolls. A cake roll is a cake that is baked in a sheet pan and filled with jam, icing sugar or whipped cream, then rolled. These days, many bakers have become innovative with what they fill the cake with before rolling. This is a good way to take that lemon cake mix to a whole new level. You can try making a cake roll by doubling the ingredients in the bundt cake recipe. Bake in a 10 by 15 inch jelly roll pan. Bear in mind that the baking time would be faster. This is because the pan is shallow. You can drop a comment to let us know how your adventure of making a cake roll with a lemon cake mix went. We'd love to hear from you. Lemon bars. Lemon bars is a dessert that some people love but can't seem to find the time or energy to make. It is made in 2 stages, first the shortbread then the lemon custard. Preparing and baking this dessert can take an upwards 1.5 hours. Some people also have issues getting the shortbread layer well baked, but thankfully, with a cake mix, you now have an easier and more convenient option. Ingredients: 1 box lemon cake mix, 1/2 cup 227 grams or 1 stick salted butter melted, 1 egg, 1 to 14 ounces can, 1 3/4 cup or 412 milliliters sweetened condensed milk, 1/2 cup fresh lemon juice, 1/2 tablespoon fresh lemon zest, 1/4 cup shredded coconut sweetened. You can either add more or omit entirely. Instructions for preparation and baking. 1. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. 2. Grease a 9 by 13 inch baking pan and line with parchment paper. Let the parchment paper overhang on the sides of the pan so that you can use it to pull out the cake when it's done. 3. Place the cake mix, butter, and egg in a large mixing bowl and mix to combine thoroughly. The batter should be thick. 4. Spread the batter evenly in the baking pan and gently press into all the bottom of the baking pan. 5. Combine the condensed milk, lemon juice, and zest in a mixing bowl. Whisk thoroughly and pour over the batter in the baking pan. 6. Finally, sprinkle with the shredded coconut if you choose to use it. 7. Bake for 25 to 30 minutes or until the cake is set. Ensure that you do not overcook. 8. Allow the cake to cool completely before you cut into squares. You can also sprinkle with icing sugar before cutting. Cookies. Cookies are treats that have never been rejected in any potluck or gathering. Many childhood memories are replete with the tasty goodness of Mama's favorite cookie recipe. You can use a lemon cake mix to whip up cookies that would contribute to the good memories of your loved ones. Ingredients: 1 box lemon cake mix, 1/3 cup pure flavorless vegetable oil, 2 eggs, 1 tablespoon lemon juice, icing sugar to coat the cookies, lemon zest. Instructions for preparation and baking. 1. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. 2. Cover your cookie sheet with parchment paper. 3. Place all the ingredients except the icing sugar in a mixing bowl and combine well. 4. Leave the mixture to sit in the fridge for about 30 minutes. This would make it much easier to scoop the dough. 5. Using a cookie scoop, scoop cookies, roll in icing sugar and place on your cookie sheet. 6. Bake for about 10 minutes. Be careful not to let the cookies bake too long, else they'll be dry. Mug or single serve cake. Mug or single serve cakes are cakes baked in the microwave, using a mug or single serve bakeware. This is a really cool way of satisfying your sweet tooth on those days or nights when you don't have the time or energy to bake. All you need to do is grab a lemon cake mix, follow the instruction on the box, and voila! You have your lemon mug cake. Now, let's give you some expert tips on what to make with lemon cake mix. One of the most basic ways to get the best out of your cake mix is to first make it with the original instructions. Note the result, texture, appearance and taste. Then experiment with some of the tips we will share in this video. That way, you'll be able to compare notes and see what really works best for you. Here are the tips you need to get the best out of your cake mix. 1. Most cake box mix calls for water as part of the wet ingredients. However, you can increase the quality of your final product by using milk instead of water. You would notice that we have used lemon juice in 2 of our recipes. This would give the cake a richer taste. 2. You can substitute milk for water in the recipe that calls for water, bearing the first point in mind. 3. Do not be afraid to experiment with the filling that you put between your cake layers. When you make your regular cakes, fill them with different kinds of fillings. You can also add nuts or fruits. 4. You'll notice that we didn't share any regular cake recipe. So, if you want to make a cake with lemon cake mix, do the following. Increase the number of eggs called for in the recipe. You can either use 1 or 2 extra whole eggs. This will give you a richly moist cake. If you use extra egg yolks, you'll get a richer flavor. But if you want a fluffier and lighter texture, just add extra whites only. Use milk instead of water. Add some lemon juice. Increase the quantity of vanilla flavor a teeny bit. Use melted butter in place of vegetable oil. By tweaking your ingredients, you'll be amazed at the quality of baked goods you can achieve with lemon cake mix. If you've enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button below and hit the notification bell so you'll know once we post a new video. Also drop a comment below so we can know your thoughts. Finally, don't forget to check the description below for more details and visit our site, www.cakedecorationproducts.com for more awesome cake content like this.